I'm moving slowly because I'm so tired. I'm heading to Florida tomorrow because I got my stimulus check, which is basically my own tax money, a little bit of my own tax money given back to me by the evil government, of course. I noticed some signs up, and I should have taken some pictures of them, put up by the government. And it said something like, for tuning into emergency and information, tune into AM station something something. And that's peculiar. You know, when the government puts up signs saying that if something bad's going to happen, tune into this radio station. You know, that makes you wonder, but I'm not going to draw any conclusions from that, but maybe you could. As someone that lived in communist Russia and post-communist Russia, the important part being communist Russia, for quite some time I lived in Leningrad, of course now it's St. Petersburg, lived in Vladimir, yeah. Wonderful place. Wonderful place! I remember reading the propaganda papers, Pravda, Izvestia, yeah. And even back in the day of Soyuz neresимый, that was the Soviet national anthem, by the way. Even in those days, I mean this literally, not jokingly, there was more truth in those than there is in American. Of course, nobody buys newspapers anymore. There's more truth in those hardcore propaganda papers. Izvestia, Sputnik, Pravda. More truth in them by far than the United States news media. I don't understand either. I don't know. Are people really that stupid? I think people really are that stupid. I'm not saying don't watch the news, but if you don't have a strong mind like I do, and you be able to see through it and the transparency of these sycophantic mental midgets, because they're horrible people. There's so much lying going on. What's wrong right now is everybody's just a pathetic liar. I've never seen, excuse me, about to sneeze. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll edit that out later. There's so much lying going on. It's just disgusting. And when I run into a stupid person and they say something like, I want to say something like, yeah, you've been watching too much MSNBC, right? Well, you know that's what they're watching. Just unintelligent people get swayed by propaganda. People that have a strong mind, they can see right through it. You know, I can see right through it, but I wonder what percentage of the population, it's really, really high, what percentage of the population can't see through this lies and filth that the media keeps churning out. It's just horrible. I know the percentage is really, really high. People believe this filth. It used to be back in the day. Of course, now everybody's so isolated that they can't get together. And I don't go to bars, never did. Don't drink. People used to get together in bars and social clubs and talk. And it's like, no, that's BS. And the truth would be quickly sifted out. And now everybody's like sitting in their homes watching propaganda way, way, way worse than the stuff I was reading in the Soyuz Советский Социалистических Республик, the Union of Soviet Socialist. Way worse. I mean that literally. There's deception and debasement. Nobody seeks. The notion of seeking wisdom and nobility is completely gone. Now it's like a race to the bottom. It used to be where people are trying to race to the top, and I don't mean financially, to better themselves. Not financially, okay? Now it's a race to the bottom. It's the only way you can get noticed is by how base you could be, how profane you could be. The power mongering, the materialism, the endless lies on top of lies. And there's so much trespassing and infringement upon people's rights that their forefathers and millions of people died to protect and to preserve, at least here in this country. And There are enough good people left, however, that, well, I'm going to leave it there. There's just so much going wrong in the world right now, and just so much. People have, I notice it when I even go to the grocery store or I go somewhere. People are just turned into just absolute wackadoodles. Yeah, let me repeat that word, wackadoodles. It's I mean, I look at people in their eyes, they're just like dead sheep. All you can see is their eyes with their face diapers on. There's a bunch of dead sheep walking around making the motions like an automaton. This programmed conditioning nonsense, and that's exactly what it is. It's gone way, 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 way too far. And it, as bad as it is here, I mean, I read every comment. Oh, I do. I read every comment. Sometimes I wished I didn't read them, because sometimes they're absolutely abusive and horrible, not that I really care. As bad as it is here, I mean, I hear, really bad stuff from various places of the world. I won't mention any specific country. And this is a path you don't want to see the, you don't want to see the zit popping part, if you will, where the zit pops. This is not a path where you want to see the zit pop. And I don't want to see that, and I don't think anybody else in their right mind wants to see that. The lying and the propaganda and the brainwashing and the filth that's going on, it's just absolutely astonishing. Just so much mass corruption and lies. And nobody calls anybody out for it. You know what's even worse? What's worse than the liars, it really is the people that won't call people out. Remember the tale of the emperor's clothes? The emperor was naked, was convinced because the emperor was a moron to buy invisible clothes and wear them. Of course, he's walking around naked as a jaybird, right? That's a southern saying. And everyone's like, oh yeah, great clothes, emperor. I swear to just, the people that are not to blame is not the emperor in that analogy. Is a case of our world right now. It's like, that guy's a fool. He's naked and he thinks he's wearing clothes. He's a fool. Well, you just have everybody out there on the sidelines clapping, yay, great clothes, emperor. That is what's really wrong. I mean, nobody's calling out the lies and the filth. And, well, not many. Certainly not enough. When you tolerate lies and deception, and you tolerate all this degradation, then you become part of the problem. You do. It's like if you see ants or termites chewing away at your woods, like, yeah, the ants are chewing away at my house over there. It's like, well, okay, you notice that the problem is the termites. But if you sit back and you don't do anything and, they completely wreck your house, then you are part of the problem. It's like, you could have taken care of this. You should have spoken up. Well, I didn't want to get involved. I just sat back and let the lies and the deception and the wholesale power-mongering evil fester and grow on me like a cancer. There's some people that die of cancer that didn't have to die of cancer. It's like they don't get a test. They don't want to know. And then it spreads and it's too late, and it's like, okay, you could have gotten tested and you could have taken care of it, cut it out. But instead, you didn't want to know about it. The same sort of spreading cancer is what's going on now. I mean, it seems like correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I don't tell anybody what to think or believe. It seems like most of the world is kind of like the dude that knows he's got cancer, but he doesn't want to. It's like, there's some sort of brown spot here on my skin, and I think it's bad, but you don't want to go to the doctor and know about it. Out of sight, out of mind. And he lets it fester and grow, and then it's too late. Most of the world seems to be like that guy. I would love to know what those signs are that they started sticking up in the town. I should have taken a picture. I will take a picture of them, but I'm heading to Florida tomorrow. Say something like, for in event of emergency and something, your friends should turn to AM station, blah, blah, 790 or something like that. It's like, well, where did these signs come from? I'm not fear-mongering or chicken littling. I know it's chicken littling was you're spreading doom and gloom. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm definitely not a doom goblin. like that little girl. How dare you? Doom goblin. That's what they are. Doom goblin. Doom! End of the world, I tell you. Not like that, by the way. But I always have my eyes peeled. My head is on a swivel, and my eyes are peeled. Boy, brother, you better believe me on that one. Because they are. They always have been. My eyes are always peeled. I don't know if you know what that phrase means. Your eyes are peeled means you're really paying attention to what the hell's going on. Kind of like a cheetah scanning the landscape. And yes, I do read every comment. I love hearing about what's going on in your country. I'm always interested in hearing about the plans and the schemes that... What was that Batman line? Little schemers and their schemes. Where does that line go from the Joker? Schemers. Little plotters and schemers. That's what's going on in the world. The Joker was right. There's just too many schemers out there. There's plotting and scheming. Plotting and scheming to ruin your life and my life. People need to speak up. If you don't speak up, then you're part of the problem. And that's undeniable. Anyway, have a nice one. Catch you in Florida. Land of sunshine and cataracts and skin cancer. And enlarged prostates.